It is time for episode number 5 of the Peglocke, where we are getting to Cruciball level 4 today. It's not too big of a change, in case you are wondering. It is simply, I take 5 misnavigation damage, rather than, I think it was 2 before. So hopefully it won't actually affect me too much, but it might give me a little bit of problem. And on the other side of things, the Peglocke, the rules for it are in the description below, but in short, it's every time I pick up an orb or a boss relic, any future runs, I cannot use those boss relics or orbs. Currently speaking, I think there's a list of 7 orbs that I cannot use. They will be on the screen now, as well as a couple boss relics. I think there's only 3 at the moment, and I'm gonna try and keep it to that many for as long as possible. We'll see how long that lasts though. Do I want any of this? I don't think I want any of this just yet. I haven't decided what I want to go with for a kind of general build, but I think of the orbs that were presented there that I could actually take, much of those were just too strong to use this early on, so I'm gonna try and avoid them. Granted, maybe that's a bad call, but who knows. Alright, we're getting there, ooh. Okay, nice, very nice. Hitting the crit there didn't actually matter, but getting the extra gold here is actually what I'm after. Because I don't know exactly what I am going to go for. I think maybe some kind of worse tier orb that I can level up really quick might be the play. I think that's probably the most logical thing to do for this run. I don't know how easy it's gonna be though. Okay, Jack Orb Lantern's not very good. You know what? Maybe the Inferno Orb. You know what? I'm gonna go Inferno Orb today. I've decided it's one that I can find in multiple different encounters. I can level up. Oh, I should have leveled it up right there, so I could have it for the elite fight coming up. But it's one that will help a lot on the second floor here, especially if I find some relics to really support it. So hopefully that'll do. Granted, I can't guarantee that. Let's see. Get me plenty of gold, please and thank you. I need to snag up as much as possible. Skipping the Inferno Orb just for now. I don't need to lose the health, it's just a couple of bats. I can pick up the gold while they're coming at me anyway. Okay. Ooh. Oh, nice. Also, very much apologies. I am being very quiet right now. I've got a massive headache at the time of recording this, and it's why I'm not streaming tonight, so apologies on that. On that front, I did want to get a video up, but I'm not having a fun time with this headache right now. Hopefully it passes before too long. Do I upgrade this to max? I think so. A 5.9's gonna be pretty good for the elite fight. I hope it won't be too necessary, but if it's like the Minotaur, it'll probably be really good. And speaking of the Minotaur, it'll probably be really good, as I said it. But yeah, I hope you guys had very good New Year's Eves as well. If you do celebrate it, I myself had a pretty good time, and that's probably part of the reason as to why I have as big of a headache as I do. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna go for the guaranteed crit here. I'd rather have that over the full swing here. I don't know if that was the right call, but it might have been. I'm definitely gonna take more damage than I would like to on this one. Let's see. Dagorb, 77. That's not quite enough, is it? Oh, this isn't gonna hit the crit. I should not have thrown that. Unless it does. Oh, it doesn't hit the crit. Ooh, that's not good. Down to 60 though, and I do have the cookie for healing, and that was my starting relic here. which honestly, always a good one to have. Just giving me that little bit of healing as we go is always pretty nice. I have a feeling the Inferno Orb will be able to finish it off here. Yes, it will. 155, that's awesome. They all just... Honestly, I'm just gonna heal up. I think I'd rather just heal up right now. And maybe even the puppet... Would the puppet be good? No, because if I'm building around Inferno Orbs, the puppet would just be preventing 2 damage. So I think Echo is probably the way to go. Just get a little bit of passive damage down. Not necessarily the biggest deal to have, but who knows. Duplicate my level 3 Inferno Orb. Absolutely gonna do that. Saving me plenty of money right there. Okay. Another elite fight. Honestly, I'm okay with this. You know what? I'm willing to bet that this... Yeah, it was always going to hit it, but I felt like it was more of a chance it would do some weird skip thing if I had actually gone for the crit the other way, so I didn't want to really do it just like that. I don't know if that was the right call or not, but it's what I did. A 115 shot is really big, and then if this hits the refresh, I'm looking good. I should be looking really good right now. Yes! Ooh, don't even take any Minotaur damage. Ooh, much better fight here. Just even that one extra Inferno Orb plus a little bit of setup really made a difference there. You love to see it. I'll heal up a little bit, why not? Duplication Potion could be neat. Attacks... I think Duplication Potion might be the best one there. And gotta head down this way. Gotta get the extra relic. What's gonna be in here? Sand arrows. Attacks flying blind 4. That can be really big in a lot of scenarios. Just giving me essentially a little bit of mitigation if it does proc. Board containing 1 additional crit as well. Really good starting relics, I have to be honest. These are incredibly strong starting relics. I'm happy with them. Very happy with them. Okay. I think I'm gonna try and hold off one more turn on the bombs. That might be greedy, but it's what I'm gonna do. No, it was not greedy. Well, it was greedy. It was definitely greedy, but the greed did not punish me. So I'm happy. We're good. Everything is good when the greed does not get punished. You do not get punished for the greed. And Duplication Potion is creating a lot more crits here than I would have expected it to. It's kind of awesome. Oh, another Inferno Orb. Absolutely gonna take that. I won't upgrade it though, just yet. Because I got the shop coming up. I was just talking about how many crits were on the board because of the Duplication Potion. I feel like I've gotta go with that. Although, the ring, all 3 of those options were very strong. I just wanted the best one. Dealing full damage to enemies with resistances could be good. I do think Navigation Inflation and Eye of Turtle are better, though. Giving me an extra option on top of getting me more gold after the fact, because 4 gold during navigation is a lot of gold, believe it or not. Let's see. Hopefully I can get this fight as good as I did last time. I have my doubts, but you can dream, right? You can always dream. Ooh. Big damage, big damage. If this hits a crit, no second crit, but honestly, it's not a big deal. Hopefully this hits, I was hoping it would hit the refresh. Well, it still did. I don't know how it did, but it did. I'm not complaining. Yes, nice crit. One more. Yes! Again, an amazing Minotaur fight. Way better than I expected it to be. Now I can start upgrading my other one. Power Glove is really good, so are Bombs dealing plus 15. I do think Bombs dealing plus 15 is a little bit better for the second floor, because I don't currently have any AoE. That is essentially plus 15 damage to all when I do decide to get to the second floor, and plus 7 max HP. This Peglocke run is actually going incredibly well, way better than I would have expected. That shot wasn't so great, but that's not a big deal. You gotta get the occasional bad shot. And even then, at least it provides a little bit of blind, regardless. Okay. Inferno Orb it is. That was a really bad Inferno Orb. It's kind of weird how the Inferno Orb works with the jelly. Oh, please hit the crit. Oh, I missed the crit. Oh, that's so sad. It's okay, though. I'm not very worried. Although maybe I should be. Should I be? I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely fine. I did just trigger 2 bombs, which are like a pretty substantial amount of damage just right there alone. And then the... Ooh, okay. Maybe I should be a little bit more worried than I am. It hasn't not hit me yet. Okay, as soon as I say it, as soon as I complain. It's... Of course. It's just gonna miss me. Okay. Oh, we're good. We're good. It missed me like twice, and it was so blind. I don't know how it hit me as many times as it did, but it did anyway. I don't think I want to take a boss relic right now. I feel like my build might be strong enough to get me through this anyways. I might regret that going into this floor because it looks kind of nasty, but we're gonna hope I don't. 5-9, not quite enough. It was hitting me every single time with like 40% blind, but then it can't hit me with 4% blind. You gotta love RNG, making it just that little bit more spicy for you. Okay. Please do enough. I do not want to take extra damage right now. Thank you very much. Okay. Come on, do 55. 55 is not... You do 45. 45 does not equal 55. I'm sorry to tell you. And now, of course, you do 134 plus 2 bombs. Of course. Of course. It was bound to happen. Bound to do some funky, silly stuff. I should have saved my gold. I still think I'm going to go to the shops, though, because of the double elite fight coming up, but it's not what I wanted to do. Or do I want to go one chest into one fight and then one elite, or 2 elites? I feel like I want to go 1 elite, 2 elite. I'll go the 2 elite path. Okay, I will go the 2 elite path. I was gonna say, it looked like I was gonna end up going the wrong way, which is not fun. But it ended up all good. In the end, it was all good. Okay. Refresh? Sure, I won't go for the refresh. Oh, that was unfortunate. Please just, if it hits a bomb, I'm happy. If not, I'm less happy. If it hits 2 bombs even, I'm way more than happy though. At the very least, it does clear out that front one, which is honestly a fairly big deal. And a middle bomb too. Ooh, nice. If this next bomb here actually gets hit, I should say. Oh no. At least one of the chip damage guys are gone. I mean, they still have 1 healer left, but honestly, 1 healer left isn't that bad. Okay. That was huge. That was really huge, in fact. Please hit a bomb. Please hit this bomb. I probably should have gone to the other side now that I'm looking at the map here, but not too big of a deal. The crit, maybe this hits the bomb. If it hits the bomb, I'm looking really good. Somehow it makes it all the way around, but 500 is more than enough to kill that elite fight. So not a big deal at all. There we go. That was a good fight. That was honestly a good fight. Definitely want to heal up and upgrade before the next fight. Ooh, this is a tough call. There are two things here that would be really good. Lucky Penny and then Hero's Backpack. I do think the Hero's Backpack has a higher potential value. However, the Lucky Penny will add a lot of consistent value. That's the way I'm looking at this, at the very least. Considering it does duplicate, the duplication potion thing is a thing on the board, plus Cruciball's Fleece. Together, I feel like those have to be really, really good. So, yes, we'll go with that. I don't know if that was the right call. I'm gonna say it probably was, though. Ooh. I'm gonna say that was probably the right call. Based on how many crits are already on the field, even though there are the 2 refreshes here are in probably the 2 worst spots on the board, we're still looking completely fine. Honestly, I'm just gonna throw away this. Okay, I'm gonna throw away the next 2 things. Okay, the next 1 thing, just because I thought that would do enough damage. And it does. These 2 elite fights went really well. I'll be honest, way better than I was expecting. Do I buy another Inferno Orb? I think we all know the answer, and the answer is yes. Absolutely. Short stack. Yes. Attacks gaining ramping damage now? That's pretty good. Ramping damage every time my crits get duplicated. Granted, I will now need to always hit a crit pretty much to do damage, but I don't think that's going to be too big of a problem. I just got stuck. I've never gotten stuck on that before. That is awesome. I can't believe I just got stuck on that. That is the first time I've ever done that, and honestly, I'm up for it. I like it. Alright. If it hits enough bombs, I don't even think that matters. Because there are still two more to come out. 0-19 on my Inferno Orbs. I love that. 0-19. Okay. We're looking plenty good now. Ooh. Was that enough? I don't know if that was quite enough. No, one more shot for the road. One more bomb, if I had triggered it, would have been enough there, but sadly didn't get it. So I'll just add another Inferno Orb and move on. Try and pick up as much gold. I don't really care where I go here. I only picked up 12, but 12's not bad. Pocket Sand. Whenever an enemy hits you with a melee attack, apply more blind. I've got a pretty good amount of blind relics going between sand arrows and pocket sand. That's gotta be that's actually not bad. What is pretty bad though is the fact that I just missed that crit on a fight that it really matters to not waste any shots, and I've just wasted. Ooh, how? I don't know, but I am wasting damage right now. I'm gonna be taking a ton of chip damage. This is not good. This is not. It's not good. It's not. It's really not. Where is the... Okay, it's over there. Hopefully this does enough to kill... Oh, crap. This is not good. Please hit the refresh. Yes! It hit 2. That is 4 healing worth as well, which is honestly... might even be bigger than just hitting the refreshes themselves. Okay. Let's go. Huge orbs. These, honestly, I kind of want to do something. Oh no, I can't, because I wish I could pass my turn. I know that sounds really weird on the final boss here. Just so that I could stack up a ton of crits on the board and then just throw the short stack at it. I don't know if I'll be able to now, but honestly, that does sound really fun. I wish I could, but sadly, I don't think that's going to be possible. That fight went a lot better than I was expecting it to. I expect this one won't go anywhere close to that well, though. I'm bad at this fight to begin with. I'm too impatient for it. And it normally does a ton of chip damage to me, which is not fun. Although, sometimes it goes well, and it looks like this might be one of those times. I guess Inferno Orbs are pretty good against the second floor here, given that they one-shot any of the shield pegs, which can be a little bit of a problem. And then, I guess my damage is just absurdly high if I can crit. So, between those two things, I guess I'm probably pretty fine most. Okay, I'm just gonna fight. I can't pick up any other stones. I've already done a stone. I've already picked up stones before. Sadly, in my rule set, it does limit me to not pick up any extra orb, even from encounters, if I've already picked them up. So, it's really bad with the mirror orb encounter, because, and I noticed this on the first Cruciball level, or the first time I did this, I got offered the mirror orb, and in my mind, I was like, well, I can't pick it up, because I had to remove half my orbs, because if I didn't, it would have been violating the rules. Because for any future challenge where I really can't get rid of half my orbs, I can only pick up the mirror orb once. Oh man, did you have to offer me a Doctor Orb? Level 3 even. Wow, that is BM. That is absolute BM. The fact that it offered me a level 3 Doctor Orb right there, that is BM. I don't like that. How dare it? Okay, that's a decent shot, especially considering I do have the Echo. It's not gonna be huge, but I mean, Echo will add up over time. On top, oh, everything is already dead. Oh no, I need to hit a refresh. This is, Okay, please hit this refresh. Please, just hit the refresh. That's all I'm asking. Is that so hard to add? Oh, thank you. And now I'll have a huge Inferno Orb to level with right after this. Look at all those crits. Look at them all. Are you serious? It makes it to the one spot that it can just zoop down instantly. That is incredible. I cannot believe this. At least it's another 2000 hit. It's looking good. The Inferno Orbs are treating me quite well. I will be honest, they are doing far better than I was expecting. Granted, I feel like this might be one of the better builds for it, but it's fine. Definitely don't need another boss relic to add to this. I think I'm probably fine. Although the final boss might prove me otherwise. And maybe even some AoE fights along the way. AoE is definitely my one place where it's like, you're pretty done for. Oh, every single one lined up perfectly right there. If that was, if I had the hero's backpack, oh, that would have been spicy. Alas, I don't. So here we are. Still fine though. Level 3 Inferno Orb, let's go! I can start even removing them. I can start removing them anytime I get the chance. I have been able to before, hey, there we go. Get rid of the stone. I'm trying not to, by the way, I mention this every time, but I try not to This is exactly what I was saying. I have to remove half my orbs because I can't take the mirror orb more than once. And in a build that really needs like all of its orbs, like a really refined build by this point, it would really suck. Honestly, not that bad. I still have almost every one of my good orbs, and I'm just really missing. I only have one stone left. I don't even mind that outcome whatsoever. It will be nice if I'm able to refine my build a little bit more, but as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the mirror coming to remove half my orbs. Wait, I've already forgotten what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, I'm trying not to upgrade my basic orbs, like my base stone and dag orb, just because I don't want to be relying on them. Because while they are within the rule set to use, I do want to make every run kind of unique and kind of limit my use of them. Because while they are in the rules, I just don't really have a better option to not use them. Aside from starting with a custom setup I choose every time, but I don't really want to do that. I think it's more fun to find the orbs as we go. Okay. At least for the Peglocke. Please hit the refresh. Ooh, I'll just take the one crit there. One crit's not bad. I was really hoping it wouldn't skip over both of those. That would have been such a better shot if it didn't. But, whatever. I'll get over it. I will get over it. Another Inferno Orb? I will take, though. Going to grab that. Refreshing also grants a crit. That is a big one. Refreshing also granting crits is honestly one of the best things for me right now. Just, I'd rather crits granting refreshes, but honestly, both are pretty good. Ooh, of course it's the upside down one. The Inferno Orbs, though, really good for dealing with it. Because they are so light, they're one of the few orbs that I've found that can actually deal with the upside down fight without getting completely obliterated by having all of the key stuff in horrible locations. Kind of like where this other refresh is, over on that left side. There's no way I'm getting to that, like ever. It's just not happening. But big Inferno Orbs make that fight look easy. Bomb supplying blind 1 or increase... I think I'd rather have increased max health. Mainly because I am damaging myself as much as I am. Shoot. I didn't really have an option to go to the other side there. I'm not... much. Collected gold contribute to damage. Gladly do that. Wait, I think this is the first time I've ever seen one of these, like, tongs be full question marks. Why? Hey! I make it to the location I wanted to go anyway. No, never punished. This side has one extra relic on it. Or one extra elite fight on it that I did want to get to. Never punished. Never punished for poor navigation. Gotta love it. Okay, hit one red bomb, please. Maybe two. Actually, two would be not bad right now. Two would actually be pretty good. Hey, look at that. 2 red bombs. Ask and ye shall receive. There we go. Finish it all up. Another Inferno Orb. It just can't stop handing me these. I love it whenever, I feel like there's gotta be something in the code to be like, oh, if you have one of the orbs already, it'll give you another. Because I don't know what it is. This is the most Inferno Orbs I have ever seen. And I haven't even gotten, like, the weird Firefly, encounter thing that gives you 2. And there might even be more than one of them. I haven't found any. That's honestly... It's more surprising that I haven't found that, because I always find that encounter, than the amount of Inferno Orbs I do actually have. Take a little bit of damage, not a big deal. Finally getting the refresh. Let me heal up a bit. Another refresh. Ooh, and another very strong shot. Do have to make sure I'm critting all the time, because if not, it's 0 damage. Another Inferno Orb! Let's go! I'm honestly shocked. I'd love to find the duplicating mirror now, too. That would just be even better. Shoot, I was trying to avoid that. I'm trying to avoid as many bombs as I possibly can right now. Just trying to make sure I hit as many enemies as I possibly can with as few bombs as I can. Because between the two, they hurt. Shoot, one extra enemy did not die. I guess it will now. Not a horrible fight. I do need to heal though. Absolutely need to heal. I'm getting dangerously close to dying. Dangerously. If this crits... Oh, I was hoping it would crit twice. Sadly, only once. Inferno orbs, please, get to that refresh. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Although, I guess because of how many crits are spawning, yeah, no, it was bound to happen eventually, where I would just, like, get this one massive damage thing off. Healing 1, that might actually mitigate some of my... That may actually mitigate some of my Inferno Orb damage, which is really nice to see. Okay. Just gotta do the same thing here. Hopefully I don't hit too many red bombs until after the most of the guys are out. Although I definitely did not do that. Yeah, no, okay. That's not good. But it could be worse. Could it? I don't know. But I think I finished off this fight anyway. Or this shot anyway. What am I saying? And the corn is in effect. So not that bad. Another Inferno. I gotta take it. Even though I'd rather upgrade right now, I do have to take the extra Inferno Orb. It's an extra Inferno Orb. I feel like these are just like one orb challenges to a certain degree at this point. But I also know that it is still early on in the Peglocke. It is like not too much of a it's not so far in that I really need to be using more than one at the moment. It's definitely going to happen sooner probably rather than later. Which I'm not looking forward to. But that's when I'm gonna really have to start using some of my boss relics and some of my AoE orbs especially, like the Bold Orb, I know I did save. I've got the Icicle build, the Icicle I can go with, the Sphere I haven't used, although I do feel like the Sphere might be a little bit on the weaker side, so I might use that one earlier. Okay, let's see. Not that bad. That was a decent shot, actually. 2 of the 3 orbs die here. Not bad. One more. That was... Oh, the Echo! The Echo saved me. Oh boy, that was close. I have no way to really refresh right now, and that's bad. The refreshes are not in great locations. Never mind, they're in great location just to finish it off. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out, and stay tuned for the rest of the Peglocke. I'm gonna go lay down now and take like 3 Advils. So, see ya.